Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
No, I'm recording also. Fine. It's fine.
Okay. Is it okay if I sign this one to you, Eduardo, or do you want me to sign it to somebody else?
This is usually assigned to Tam because she's the point of contact there.
Okay.
But I will label Let's Bring this. Then the next one, request to move frozen TEC to a new wallet. The update that I have for this is that Mark, that's one of the people who requested. Sorry, I cannot say his name. Yeah, one of the guys who requested the change. I'm not gonna specify what change. One of the guys who specified the change has been sending information to do so, and I'm connected with Libby, who it's the one mentioned here.
The move frozen TEC to new wallet?
Yes, there's still I think one or two people from Common Stack who also requested this change that they need to be still contacted. I don't know who they are. I don't know if they have been contacted.
So the current blocker is Common Stack right now?
It's not a current block. It's just, I don't know, the update on their end if they reach out to start this process with them. So the update that I will do, I will label next sprint, and I will say that we need to check with Common Stack if they have reached out the people who request this change to do the same process that we said to them to do.
And we know who this person is, right? It's just one person?
Yes, it's one person on our side, and Tam mentioned there was another person on the Common Stack side. So two different people.
Okay. And Livy's already assigned to it, so
Yes.
I'll leave that be, and we'll move that to the next one. Okay.
For the next one, which is compensation distribution, I'm gonna just Juanca, we talked about this before. So we are going to try to use the link that he sent. It should be labeled for next sprint. What was the name, Juanca, of the tool that you sent me just before today?
D-Work.
D-Work. Yes. So I will add on the comment of this issue that I recommend.
And this is for people in Communitas?
Yes, correctly.
Okay.
Correct.
And this is not retroactive. This is just to set up the bounties.
No, this should be monthly. It should be repeated.
Okay. You're just gonna manage it through D-Work.
Yeah, I mean we can add it month by month. But so
okay.
This is February, so it should stay February compensation distribution. Because we
Okay.
probably need to figure out the stream, the connection with Gnosis, and all this stuff.
Okay. And so that's gonna go into the sprint.
Yes. Hello, Enti. How you doing? We are going through the the sprint planning for the next sprint, which is 2 weeks. And we are currently going through the issues of GitHub for every working group. And right now we are on Communitas working group, just for providing a little bit of context.
Hey, thanks.
Yep.
No problem.
Okay.
So that is on that end, and then
So
TEC website should point to TEC handbook, not TEC certs. I have no clue about that one.
This is another one. So the TEC website points to TEC source and not the TEC handbook, and then also the same link is being used in Gardens. So this needs to be changed for this sprint.
But that's not a Communitas working group task.
Yeah, we'll move that to communications. Okay, comments and okay. Actually, okay. we'll go back to that in a second. Okay, so any of the epics. So we have the periodic orientations and the onboarding experience new landing flow. Is there anything that needs to be updated within these epics?
On the new landing flow, the onboarding experience, this is more of a we can update this one. It's not necessarily the onboarding. I mean, it's the whole thing. As a
Yep.
user experience, then Gideon, we have to update it. Just saying that Gideon took on this in replacement of MS. So I don't know. Let me check if MS is assigned to any issue here, so we can reassign it or at least take him out because he didn't want any of these issues.
Yep.
There is one issue calling meeting ADA accessibility requirements across the web. We can comment on that one, requesting update from MS just to check if he will take that or not.
The ADA one?
Yeah.
Is that in the product backlog or is that within the epic?
I'm not cool. I just look for tag MS. I just look for that. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. Is there anything that we want to take for like any issue in particular we want to take into the next sprint from this epic?
Let me check the epic more specifically.
We've got that. These are all done, right?
Yeah, this epic it's done. Actually.
Okay. Yeah.
The only thing, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this epic's done. Because what we need to do is just iterations of this. I don't know why Tam keep it open, so maybe there's a reason for keeping it open. But yeah.
Okie dokie. And the periodic orientations one.
Yeah, that keeps happening.
Okay. All right, we'll keep that going. All right, let's go to repeating real quick.
Yeah, those are still happening. You can close yours, I think. I know
Okay.
it's a recurring one.
Yeah. You have the next one, right?
Yes. It's 9 of March, but this is not this sprint, it's the next one.
Okay. That one's going to be closed. Twitter scraping. Okay, these are all okay. All right, so let's move to the product backlog. Weekly adding Discord events for upcoming TEC calendar.
Yes, I will be creating an issue right now that I forgot, which is the create how do you call this, processing of the community data. We create a thread on Communitas, which is for community data, which Benz and Genesis are gonna take on. I don't know if any of them are here on. Do you know their usernames if they are in our GitHub repository?
For this coordination one?
Yeah.
Let's see. I think Inasi. No. No. In Ben's.
Yeah, I didn't find Ben's.
Yeah, we need to. Next time you get a chance, we need to actually add them to our organization. That kind of needs to be a part of the onboarding experience.
Actually, Ratio is taking care of this. Actually, events.
This one?
Yeah.
Should I sign it to Ratio?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if he's on GitHub, but yeah, last week he made them, and now he's like, I don't know if they're done now, but he's doing those now, not me anymore.
So can we add an issue for that?
Yeah, I mean, is this one?
For what?
No, I'm just saying for making sure that all new contributors are added to the GitHub, added to our organization. Inti, are you part of this organization? on GitHub? No. Okay. Should we make an issue for that?
I mean, regarding ratio, I think Ivy was talking to onboard him, but regarding new members, I have no idea. Maybe.
So this is a weekly issue, so I'm going to move it over to the repeating.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a recurring issue that we should have, which is basically every sprint planning or anything like that. There should be a check-in of contributors and check if all the contributors of that previous sprint are on GitHub, because there's a lot of them who are not. So I will create that issue as a recurring one for every sprint.
Okay. Record the orientation weekly call. This is ongoing, right? We're still doing this.
I would close this issue for the time being, mainly because we are not. I mean, the recording was in purpose of creating a video based on this, and we have enough sessions, and we haven't changed most of the orientation calls, so there is no need for this.
Okay. Done. All right. FAQ for guides and Gitbook.
That is next sprint.
Okay. Community relations. Reach out to proposals and advice process on our forum and let them know they can soon.
Also for next sprint.
Okay.
I'm creating an issue for the processing the community data.
Yep.
I'm assigning myself in the meantime.
For 1078, the graphic content for the user journey? Or is it something else? Okay.
No, this is for the community data that we are like how many people and so on.
Okay, so that's going to be a new issue?
Yes, and we have, it's preventing me to create the issue for some reason. It says, that's weird. Oh no, now it allows me. And the other one that we have to do, it's a new one for updating the orientation call. We need to update it a little bit. So
okay, so those two new issues.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, just go ahead and put those in the sprint backlog then for Communitas.
All right.
So the make progress on the graphic content for user journey, is this already done? Or do we want to keep?
This is the graphic that Durgaras put on the stewards the other day. The one that has the file narrative. And this needs to be updated. And so it's for next sprint. And because Gideon already talked to Durgaras, and yeah, so it should be updated this sprint, hopefully, if all the stars get aligned.
Do you want me to add anybody to this? It's on Acid Laser, so.
Yes, it's on Acid Laser. It should be on Durgaras
as link. Well. Okay. I don't think Durgadas is part of it, is he?
I think he was.
No, like I have tried to tag him, but I have never like sent an invitation.
Okay.
But yeah, he should be onboarded on GitHub.
So let's definitely put that as an issue for this sprint to make sure that existing members and potential new members are always onboarded onto the organization in GitHub, just so we can get more engagement within sprint planning.
Awesome.
Okay, so I'm going to put this next sprint and then we'll move on.
Then we need an update from the TEC guide bot. We need, that should be for next sprint. Yes or yes. There is not much of a
This one?
all this from survey bot should pass to. Do you know when ViVIB will be free from reward system bot?
No, I don't. I mean, it should be coming up soon, but
Because it's a blocker from him, time wise.
so this relies on ViVIB.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna put him in here. I'm gonna add next sprint and see if he can do it. If not, it's okay. All right. Survey bot data, temp, and permanent solutions for making this accessible.
I would also consider onboard new wizards. Like I was onboarding for Dune Analytics the wizards, and it was a very great experience. Both of them were super cool. So I think it's worth onboard people also. Like if we have certain tasks with certain amount of budget, it's pretty easy to onboard people with dev skills.
Yep. And how does it relate to this one though?
I mean, we were saying like we need people to push an issue, and if I is doing other stuff, it's fine. Like if we onboard other people to do other stuff.
So do you want me to assign you to this as well?
I also think that YGG and BuyByD are going to host like session for summoning Discord board bot army, so you can like ask for the people there who would be available and interested on doing this.
I can also ask Hernando, who is like the wizard on One Hive. Maybe if he has some time, he can come up and some stuff.
Okay.
Where do I find the Zenhub board?
Zenhub, yeah, I can send you a link real quick. Actually, let me give you the agenda, and it should have that in there. So give me 1 second. Does it have the Zenhub board? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna share it in the stewards channel real quick. And there you are, Auntie.
Thanks.
Yeah. And if you haven't been added to the organization, let us know, and we'll make sure you're added. Okay, so Edu, is there anything in this product backlog that definitely needs to go into this next sprint, and how's the management of this current sprint that you have?
Check. Yeah, the coordination of for guides, the can answer for common questions. Do you see it?
I do not.
It's in product backlog coordination 1177.
1177. Yep. So this will be for next sprint as well.
And we have the task, Nate, of the podcast.
I know. I'm so at a loss for it right now because I'm like I really want to do it, and I don't know what direction to take with it.
For me, it's just like a matter of not coming out with a podcast next sprint, but to do a test. Just like set a date with Libby and a date, and we meet together, the three of us, and see what happens and how it goes. And if it works, then we can record it in advance. But just to have like a test run.
Do you want to try out the one I wrote out or no?
Yeah, of course. That's why
Okay.
I'm saying it's half of the job is already done. So it's just about like getting with Libby.
Okay.
And talk. So if you think that's achievable this sprint, we just book 1 day in 2 weeks. I think it's doable to book 1 day in 2 weeks to do the test.
if you need any help with that, also, I was I studied art engineering, so maybe like I'm just commenting on that. I don't really know what's the podcast about, but yeah,
We'll
usually
definitely we'll definitely need help. So I will definitely take you up on that offer because I am not a sound engineer and I do not exactly like you know know how
yeah
to do the prime setup for it. I talked with Chewy about getting a better setup for how to get organized for the podcast, but in terms of the technical aspects, I'm completely lost. So
I am
um,
now a professional mic holder, so
yeah,
I'm ready for podcast.
whatever, producer. Are there any other issues in the product backlog that you want this sprint?
Let me check. Nope. Yeah, the survey bot data and the survey bot request. These two should be also for next sprint or aspire to be for next sprint.
Is that
It depends on my IP timing.
Discord integrations with HubSpot? Is that correct?
No, the 1159 and 1163, top of the list.
Gotcha. All right. So we want this next sprint as well.
Ideally, it's not. It's a matter of sitting down and doing it, but
Okay, we'll
yeah,
put it in there for goals at least.
yeah, at least, and that's it.
Okay. All right. So who's next? Wait, actually, hold on one second before anybody says anything. Um, just want to make sure. Go through this. You got no block, no review QA. Okay, cool. Yeah, who's next?
I can go.
Okay, let's go to Gravity. All right, let's start with your new issues. None yet. Okay, so epics. All the terms and conditions and second graviton training. This one is pretty much closed, right?
Yeah, that one is we can close it right now. Actually, um, I think did you receive the pop-up from Bianca?
Um, so I've only, I only received me personally. I've only received one POAP from one of the sessions, and so I still haven't received a lot of the POAPs, and I'm not sure if I'm able to get them anymore. But yeah,
There was one pop-up that we delivered that was like the 2021 generation, and like Bianca was delivering them, but I think she gave me a list of people that she wasn't able to message, and I think you were in that list. So I will be sending you yeah, a
okay,
pop-up link for you to claim.
no worries. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Um,
Um, all the terms and conditions, Epic. How about this one?
yeah, I think that's really done. Really, yeah, it can be closed. I don't know why I haven't closed it. It was also like mixed with legal, but yeah, I think that work is done.
Yeah, I'm sure the legal will have their own issues to add to it. So
Yes.
okay, cool. So let's get back to we have the repeating, we continue delivering the graviton trainings. Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
I think the next Graviton training will be in April.
okay. Let's go through your product backlog. Working on unbreakable valves. Do you want this in the next sprint?
Yeah, this is amazing. This is something we've been working with Sem, and right now we um, made a proposal in OneHive, and I don't know. I think I had pinned some links to this, but I will update this right now. And Um, yeah, one hive.
Do you
Um,
want me to assign Sim in here as well, or assign anybody else?
yeah, we can add Sam there for sure.
Okay.
I am going to add that. Oh, it says error rendering markdown.
It's probably because I was editing it while you were. So try it again.
Oh no. But yeah, I think it's better to have like one person assignated for each issue. And yeah, I think yeah, we can assign Sam here, but I could have also taken it just myself because
Okay.
it's like
I can take them off. So the setting up the D workspace for Gravity, this is already done, right?
but we still need to finish like the last things. Like we have 10 people assigned to bounties, but I think there are two bounties that are still without designation, and also like all of the people should have like their accounts synced and everything working with that.
I think one we can work on that after we have a meeting after this call, so we could try to finalize it, organize around it, and get it done.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put this into the next sprint.
Also, the role selection process, I think it's something that we can also end next sprint, and that's what I was just talking with Septi, like who is going to be doing what, and yeah, having everyone um, selected in their activities.
Is this actually an issue with do you have a lot of people who are interested in these roles?
Yes, like there were like up to I think 20 people interested, and right now we have 10 bounties. You can enter to the our dwork link, or I can share the screen and I can show you more or less how are we proposing this first structure.
And so you have different roles with different bounties, right? And so this is going to be just a monthly thing or what?
Yeah, yeah, a monthly thing, and
Okay.
maybe some of them could be repeating, but it would be a monthly thing. And to execute the bounty, we should ask for a proof of work. Maybe if you committed to do a call every week, just to have like the accountability.
Okay. Um, outside of so how many of the permanent roles do you have? Like, do you plan on, because I feel like if you have a bunch of applications, it's going to be kind of rough to reject people, but I, I don't know. I
Yeah,
think like the bigger ones, like the Gravity Operations Manager, yeah, of course, have somebody that's stable in that role, or the Treasury Manager, that's fine. But when it comes to like these kind of to dos, the content creation and stuff, and like making sure that there's a rotative people have access to it, I don't know.
yeah,
But okay, I just wanted to throw that out there because I do see conflict being being formed in that type of environment. Um, but yeah, so I'm gonna add this to the next sprint. Is that okay?
yes.
Okay.
And this is very related with this one that says schedule and execute one-on-ones with Gravity leaders, because yeah, it's not only to appear in the D work, but we should have some type of consent from the people, and that's why I'm having one-on-ones with everyone in the team
Okay.
to know that they feel comfortable with that responsibility.
Okay.
Also, gain momentum in gravity working group calls. We started the practice group on liberating structures this Tuesday, and yeah, I think that's super cool, and we should continue promoting that practice groups. But also, we are going to start a book club in March, and we will also have coordination calls on Wednesdays. So it would be like Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, um, practice groups, coordination, and book clubs or role plays.
All right. So it's next sprint for this one as well. Is that okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
this is repeating, but just for this small lapse of like starting to open our activities for this year.
Okay.
Um, and um,
Yeah. Gravitons if they want to appear in the sidebar of the server.
yeah, that's also that something that comes from the one-on-ones, and I am still pending with some of them, so that will be also from for this sprint.
Is there any desire for not to be in showing up as a graviton? Like I feel like that's kind of the whole point of being a graviton.
Yeah, but also the thing is that not everyone will actually be like mediating, and maybe to have like a this group that people can message them more directly for requesting a mediation.
Okay, so you want the active ones being able to show up.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. So make a long-term gravity roadmap.
I think that's also in the product backlog. I think it's also good to leave it there.
Okay.
I work with this with Durgadas, and we have like a spreadsheet. But I think it would be better to focus more time on this in another sprint, and maybe actually making some infographic or something. But I feel that right now we're gaining momentum, and this can be done once we start like executing. Yeah, still in progress.
Okay.
Also, yeah, I think that's it for this sprint.
Okay. You want these to stay in the backlog as well? Make a graviton get together and the gravity giveth outreach.
Yeah, like Giveth is having their own gravitons. Forest is being like the leader of gravity in Giveth, and in One Hive we are also outreaching, but more in the sense of the development of unbreakable vows as a tool that can help Celeste to um, uh, be more useful in multiple scenarios than the one that is designed for.
Okay. All right. Well, let's look at the in progress ones that we have here. The gravity working group funding proposal, is that finished?
No,
I assume so.
like
No.
I would like to close it once the proposal gets passed.
Pass. Okay.
Right now we only have like we still lack a lot of support. I think that now that Communitas passed, maybe we will be able to pass next. But I don't know if we spend a lot of time and the proposal doesn't pass. Maybe we can. That's a feedback for us to. I don't know. Make a different budgeting or something. But yeah, I think it will pass. But I would like to close it once it does.
Okay, so I'll keep that in the in progress at the moment. And then conflict facilitators meet DAO's event.
That can be closed. That was done last sprint.
All right. No blocked. No review QA. Okay. Who is up next? Shall we start with transparency?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, let's do it.
Oh, I was also going to say one thing before, sorry, Septi, that if any of you guys has the link for the live stream, please share it. I think Griff will be up like in some minutes, so it would be really cool to if we can tune it.
Yeah, done with that. All right, let's go through transparency. Let's start with your new issues. All right.
Yeah,
Transparency. Go ahead.
I was just going to answer one. Like, if you go on Twitter and search for Lauren, she put a link there. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, yeah. The intention with this, like, Ivy created an epic for all the points of the audit, and then actually it's like on Monday, next call, we are going to start picking up some, distributing these tasks between the team. Right now we know like we're going to work on them, but we don't really know who is going to do what. The only thing we know is like Rachel is taking on the decision parts. He's been updating the decision tracking document, and he's willing to contribute on the on the audit of the decisions that the community took during these last 3 months.
Okay, so just so I understand, these three issues, new issues these are all part of this epic here.
Yeah.
The transparency audit. Okay. Do you want to bring the part 1 processes into this sprint? And leave the other 2 for next sprints, or do you want to keep them all in the product backlog?
I think like they are going to be happening simultaneously. Like for example, like if I take part 1, then Ive is taking part 2, then Ratio is taking part 3.
Okay.
So yeah, they should all start this sprint, but I'm not so sure like they will finish this sprint, because like the intention is like first, this week, so everyone takes one part, and then next week actually we cannot do the job because first we need all the data from all the working groups after 3 months, but start setting up how we want this every part of the audit to look like, and then also sharing the feedback with the team.
Okay, so I'm going to keep these underneath the epic, and that way we can just move it on as we go for the next couple sprints.
Okay.
The TEC token listings.
I think that can be closed. It's listed already.
Okay, nice work. All right, let's look at your icebox. Continue research on DAO treasury management. That probably will stay in the icebox.
Yeah, and this one too.
Implement forum working group to website, huh?
Actually, I didn't create an issue, but I'll be looking into creating a weekly meeting on how to start moving the laser tag funds. I know Mitch want to add some liquidity on Swap, and after he started this discussion, I was also way more interested in reaching out to Gnosis and get an LP with TC and Gnosis that would help us so much to get liquidity on secondary market.
I'll be honest with you. The laser tag and a lot of the working groups, multi-sigs, they're kind of black boxes right now. Like I have no idea what's going on with them. And so I don't know if we can. Do you have links to those wallets, like addresses, the wallet addresses?
And actually,
should we make those public?
I want to, but
okay.
On the last soft call, like there was some people saying like they don't want those to be public, so I'm pushing to make those public. But
I keep pushing to make those public. I'm not sure why they wouldn't be, but yeah. So do you want me to keep this issue into the icebox? These 2?
Yeah.
So the continue research on DAO treasury management, that's fine. Implement forum working group updates to the website. Is that something that's being pursued at the moment, or is this kind of up
That's
in the air?
something that Christopher mentioned, like why back before even the reward system and all that stuff. So that's in the iceberg for since October.
Okay. So let's see if we can get some updates. Okay. All right, let's go to your repeating. Make payment updates on the transparency proposal in the forum.
Yeah, I mean this is also something we already started, but yeah, we need to wait like for the every month we are going to do payments. And yeah, as I announced yesterday on the community call, we're planning to share all the expenses we have inside the working group, share those on the forum, and then it's going to be very easy for us like to audit since the information is organized in there, and then it's in there. So the only thing we need to do is keep it organized and well presented in the audit.
Okay. Weekly adding Discord events for upcoming TEC calendar.
Yeah, that's the one we talked with in Communitas. This one is Ratio doing this one, but let me check if they're no, they're not done today. But I'm pretty sure like Ratio is going to do those today. Actually, the agreement was he do every Friday. He puts all the events for the week. So yeah, maybe today, maybe tomorrow he starts adding those. And even if in Monday they are not done, I'll do those.
Okay. And let's look at your product backlog real quick. Maintain the TEC multi-sig tracking document.
Yeah, that's the one I'm doing, but the one I'm telling you, like I'm pushing it to be public. But actually, I all the multi-sigs are in there, all working.
Can we put this into this sprint?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's happening. This document is getting updated every time there's a proposal on the garden. I just update it.
Okay, I'm gonna keep that in the repeating.
And yeah, like what I wanna push this sprint also is like making this document transparent. I feel like people was talking in the soft gov like they don't want it to be transparent, but then in the advice process I feel no one is engaging, so I'll be making a forum vote probably next week.
Okay.
So if the community wants them to be transparent, if we reach out the quorum, then they will be transparent.
Okay. Yeah, I would keep pushing for that. I don't know how much pushback you've got on it, but I would keep pushing for it.
Yeah.
So, the Dune Analytics coordination.
That can be close. It's done. Woo! Frozen.
All right. Dun dun. Structure transparency issues for the audit.
I mean, that's start happening with this part 1, 2, and 3, but it's 7 parts, so it started, but it's keep on going.
Okay, I'm gonna put this in repeating each sprint. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Add CS videos as end screens in the TEC YouTube channel.
Yeah, this happens when sometimes like we put some links to the common stack videos, then Ivy just send me the videos and where to put them, and then I just do it. And this is the repeating task we do one like every time common stack have the need.
Okay, so keep this in repeating.
Yeah.
Okay. Repeating sprint log. Okay. Yeah. All right. Transparency versus privacy around multi-sig forum posts.
Yeah, that's done. Maybe
That's done?
maybe I mean I don't know if we close and then we create a new issue for making the vote, but or we just update this issue and say now make a vote. I mean the post is done and now we just need to make the vote.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I'll put this in the next sprint.
Okay.
That way we get it done. Build a roadmap for transparency.
Yeah, that's something we've been trying to push. I mean, okay, what we want to push, but we are not pushing at all. But yeah, definitely we want to work on that. I mean, for us, it's pretty clear, but to share it with the rest of the community, it's also nice. But yeah,
I'm gonna put it next sprint and see.
yeah,
No worries if it's not. Open for contributors.
Yeah.
Set up TEC
Done.
doing analytics.
done. We don't
Done.
need
All
more
right.
contributors here. It's done.
All right. And transparency survey.
I think we can put that into the icebox too. Ivy wanted to push it at the beginning, but I think she's not so committed right now. I wouldn't close it because she wanted to push it at some point. So I would just
I'll put it in the product backlog,
Mhm.
and then we'll just leave it there.
Okay.
And then, all right. So this is your sprint for this week, as well as all of the repeating. No QA, no blocks. Is there any new issues you wanted to add?
Yeah, I'm very committed to make this community this weekly call to talk about laser tag funding. I'm not sure it's going to happen next week, but start pushing those.
Okay.
I think the discussions it's good to start happening. So yeah, it's good to push it.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's go with Omega. Since everybody's working groups are done, we got to go through these each. Repeating, bring awareness to the Omega working group. That's a repeating task. Nothing in their black. Okay. Communications. This is probably the one that we need to work on. Nobody here from communications working group. Durgadas, maybe you could help me with this. Actually, this is all. Yeah.
What's that?
I was just gonna say if you knew anything about issues.
I literally never look in ZenHub.
Okay.
So I'm sorry about that.
No, it's okay. Speaking of that, one of our goals is trying to make sure everybody was added to our organization. So if you do have a GitHub, would you be willing to be added to our organization so we can tag you for things, or no?
I think Juan might have just invited me.
Okay, cool.
I just am trying to figure out where I see that, so I'm not sure.
Okay. Yeah, so that's communications. Gravity. Parameters, no. SoftGov. Okay, product backlog. And stewards. Okay. Well, to be honest with you, since there's not a lot of people who are not in the room that would help inform this development of this sprint, I'm going to go through each of the other working groups that are not present, and I'm going to work on building the sprint for this next upcoming week. And we'll just end it in an hour. So I know that Griff is talking right now, maybe. Is that right?
In 20, I think.
In 20 minutes? Okay. Is everybody okay with me going through it individually, and you guys free to do what you want?
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. Thank you, Nate.
Okay. Yeah, and I'll update you all on the final sprint after. So, yeah.